So this entire night started with me hearing a calf bellowing and thinking for sure it must be my sweet Caroline wanting herself a baba. Come to find out, it's not Caroline at all, but there's so much more going on. You guys join me. So I hear all of this bellowing, and it's the neighbors' calves over here. They can't find their mamas. Are you guys lost? Shadow, stop it. I really am a little bit concerned about where the mamas to these babies are at, because they're walking along our fence line, pacing, bellowing, calling for moms, and moms are nowhere around. I shouldn't worry so much about the neighbors' cows or horses. I know you guys are going to say that, but it's hard to be an animal person, an animal activist, if you will. Oh, you love animals, and I've dedicated my life to taking care of them, and I can't help but worry when you see somebody in distress. And so these two babies cannot find their moms, and it's unusual for them to be out calling and moms not come. So I just don't know where their moms are at. This is sad to me. So my question is, did neighbor show up today and maybe not even realize there's calves here? And he maybe went in and pinned up his cows for some reason, and these calves don't know where to go, so they've come to the fence line, because why else would mom not be here? Both moms. But this is sad to me. Are you guys okay? I'm sorry you're scared. You can hear the calves have run off down the lane. Both of the neighbors' horses are here by the roll of hay and the water, but I don't know where the moms are at. And if come morning those calves are still out bellowing, I'll take my drone up and fly it around. But you can hear them if you listen. But I think that they're smart enough, and they'll come to the light, the night light here, where they'll be safe. So I don't want you to worry, even though I know that you will. And I'm not so much worried as I'm just curious of why the moms would have walked off and left them. Here they come back, and they're not with their moms. Huh. Okay, so I know you're gonna say it's none of my business. You're gonna say, Lester, leave it alone. But guys, this is just not normal. These babies have come back to the protection of the horses and our nightlight, and they're without their moms, and they're bellowing like they want their moms. Obviously, they need their moms. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to trespass onto the neighbor's property, even though if they're not back by morning, I'll have to. But what I'm gonna do is go check all of my cows and make sure that the neighbor's cows have not somehow got over onto my property and cannot get themselves back. I'm gonna tell you right now, that did not happen, because if the moms would have never come onto my property. They wouldn't have a reason to. I turned off my flashlight. I don't think y'all need this light. We're just gonna walk out to the side-by-side. I'm going to also put my chickens up. I've not closed them in for the night. I'm gonna go find your mamas if I can. How bizarre. This is very unusual. All right, I'm just gonna drive down the fence line and see if I can find a spot in the fence where cows might have come across somehow. And then I'll circle back around. Actually, I can see my cows down here. My cows are laying along the fence over here. So give me a few minutes and we'll make our way down. And then what I'm also doing is looking across the fence to see if I can see the neighbor's cows laid up over here somewhere. All right, so here's my cows. There's a couple, several more over here. And we got the majority of them out across. Oh, there's all the babies there there's all the babies together. Okay, so here's all of my cows. My cows are fine. And it's cute because all of the babies, or at least most of the babies, are all gathered up here around. Who is that? Whoever that is babysitting. And then, so I do not see the neighbor's cows over here. So the neighbor's cows are not over here. I'll go ahead and drive on down that fence line. But isn't that bizarre that the neighbor's cows, the moms, would leave those babies alone, especially with those babies out bellowing like that. Now, it's so thick across the way that I can't see anything over there anyway. But if they were right here along this fence line, I could, but they're not. And we've almost driven down all the way to the back corner of my property. Okay, so here we are on the back side of my property. And there's nothing. There's no sign of the neighbor's cows. And don't forget, there's 3. Now, both the horses are there, but there's the grandmother, there's Juanita, and then there's the one we call Marisol. And if my neighbor had not blocked access to his property, I would drive over and have a peek. But you guys know I can't get over there without having to cut wire. I've done it before, and in a situation, I'll do it again. But I hate to do that just because I can't. It's not my job to go find his cows. But I just can't help but worry. I'm just worried sick about those babies. All right, we're just making sure all of our cows are in place. There's Chucky Poo right here. He's fine. I'm going to circle on up and make sure that all of the bulls are where they should be. And I just don't want to take away the possibility, the calves are still here by themselves, that don't forget. Hey, Chucky. Hey, bud. Hi, buddy. You don't want to forget that if those cows would have somehow come into heat, they might have made their way over onto my side of the fence. Guys, I know you can't see anything, but you can hear me. If those cows, if the neighbor's cows, hey, Chucky Poo, hey, buddy, if the neighbor's cows came into heat, then they very well could have made their way over onto my side of the fence because the neighbor's fencing is just in pieces. But if my bulls are here, and I can hear my bulls. Okay, I hear my bulls. There's 3 of my bulls right there. There's Waylon, Prince Willie Joe, and Lord Grayson. Now I don't see Tex. Where is Tex? Let's find Tex. If we can find Tex, then we may solve the mystery. Yeah, Tex may be the key. This is the second driveway, guys. This is my second driveway, the one that we don't use. All right, you guys, hold on. Please, Lord, don't let any of my animals be out. All of my fencing looks to be intact. Here's Tex. All right, here's Tex. What you doing, bud? Have you seen a couple of ladies down here? Tex, guys, let me show you something. What is that? Staring back at me. What is that? Those are eyes of something. There's also something else over here. Now it's gone. Okay, so Tex is over here for a reason. Tex would not be over here by himself for no reason. There's something going on. I'm over on a different neighbor's property now. Trying to see what that was looking back at me because I saw eyes. Oh, lots of deer. Lots of deer. Lots and lots of deer. So those are a lot of deer over here. I mean a lot. Okay, those are just deer. Okay. Just deer. But I don't see any cows. I do not see any cows. All right, as we make our way back, oh, this is the saddest thing. So here's the horses, and as you can see, the calves have laid down right there. All right, the calves have laid down right there just to stay safe for the night. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. I do not see their moms. I don't know where their moms are at. But how very sad.